himself.
Why do we have to start with that shot every time?
I got it. I put the new, not the new. It's not new. Everything's new. I even said this in a video earlier today. I was like, and I got this new hat. This one right here. Guess what? This hat's not new. It's actually a year old. I got it from Ronnie Ram at Agritechnica 2023. The watch just vibrated. See, I told you. Every time I sit down, the watch vibrates. We're going off the rails, baby. Get your
I was gonna
stuff
say,
ready.
your watch vibrated because the opening shot there. Is that what's going on? Like you guys have it set to go off when that happens?
You went live on Twitch.
I did go live on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, welcome.
I'm taking the hat off now.
Oh, leave the hat on. It's so cool. It's the Ranny Rap hat.
Ronnie.
I say Ranny. I can't help it.
Ranny.
I don't know. Maybe it's a Canadianism. It's like stuck in my head.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did you break your headphones already?
No, it's my ear.
Oh, you don't need to worry about those.
My big ears sit out on the side, and then my headphones fit right there.
You kind of have cauliflower ears. Did you wrestle in high school?
No, but I did get beat up a lot. That's probably why. Nah, I got hit once in middle school. I was like, I do not like this. I never want to do this again. And so I just left everybody alone, and I went and did my little band thing in the band room, and everybody left me be.
Patrick wants the intro song as his ringtone. We got to find a way to make that happen. That'd be hilarious.
Ooh, yeah, let's do it as a what's like a really obscure audio format? You do ACC?
Yeah. You can only listen to it in Winamp.
Man,
I actually, when I was back in a former life when I was a production guy, we used to use Winamp, like the funky designs.
Okay, yeah.
We'd always use those on our screens during like the dance part or the party part of the night. We'd show those up. And so you could have like visualizations of like if people were talking in the mic or if there was music coming through, it'd have like the Winamp. They had the best visualizations 20 years ago. It was awesome.
Goodness. See, it's funny because we used to both do production, stage entertainment.
Yeah.
However, you were like working with the nice company that did everything the legit way.
Yes.
And I was the dude that showed up in a gold 2016. No, a gold 2012 Dodge something Journey with like a bunch of speakers inside of it, and then I DJ'd for 4 hours. Basically, it's a van. I was the guy that showed up in the van with the
nice van.
Yeah. So two different sides.
Mine was a little more corporate. Let's go with that.
Yep, and mine was a little bit more. You can't pay me in beer money. So many people tried to pay me with a bar tab.
Not for you, eh? Not for you. Gold tracksuit. There we go. You need a gold tracksuit for that as well.
Oh gosh, could you imagine me just getting out and like with like a half unzipped gold tracksuits, white T-shirt? Don't get me wrong.
I mean, you do have like we've seen the gold khakis to go with it. It was a real close shot of those.
Wait, gold Oh, those will stay at PAX, and we will ignore those. Now I've got my nice shorts.
I don't know what's worse, to be perfectly honest. The placement of that microphone is like perfect.
It's great. This is where the microphone goes because that's where I speak into it. But if you want, I could actually. There's one right here. Where is it? Right there.
We see it. We see it.
Yep.
Oh man. All right, so we've got a couple of things to talk about. I mean, everyone's had their first week in Farm Sim 2025 now, and I keep on saying Farm Sim 22. I think I said it in like 3 of my videos at one point in time.
Me too. I'm right there with you.
I'm having a real struggle with it. I don't know why. I can't do it, you guys. I'm sorry. You can make fun of me. I'm okay with it.
It couldn't be that 3 years ago today we showed off 22 for the first time.
It could be something to do with that.
And that you've spent whatever 3 years times minutes and stuff and videos.
Some 1,000 videos of making 22 content.
Yeah.
Yeah. tough. It's tough to get past it. But we've all had a chance now to dive into it a little bit or watch some videos at least.
Yep.
And I think we all have thoughts now.
Yep. To make everyone feel a little bit easier, release a little bit of stress, maybe tension, or maybe accentuate it. I'm not sure. Update 1.3 is in testing right now.
There we go.
So
in testing.
Well, it's SteamDB. So you know how Giants test mods?
Yep.
So they use SteamDB to do magic. I don't actually know how it works. I just know if it's on there, they're working on it. If it's on there, it's on Microsoft.
It's odd that it shows up in Steam, the Steam database, while they're working on things. To me, in my head, I guess they have to. I don't know. Like, I don't understand how that works because you'd think they would do it on the back end and you wouldn't even see anything before it was put onto Steam, right? You'd think it'd be on their own servers and their own work, but whatever. I mean, as long as they're working on it, then we get to know they're working on something at least.
It is cool. So the good thing is that's there, and we for our audio listeners, I just dropped a 69 months membership on Clutch's channel. Yes,
You've been waiting like 5 years for that.
You have no idea. And to be able to do that on a stream in the podcast of all places is just, it's so much better than sitting on the couch or laying in bed upstairs while you're streaming and I'm like half awake, be like, this is great. I get to be here for that.
Cheers,
so
DJ.
So
Appreciate
updates being worked on. Giants a week ago were well aware of the issues that have been reported. Big shout out to everyone who has reported issues. But if you're unaware of some of them or you didn't know if some happened, we're going to talk about a few.
Been a few things, that's for sure. Might be a few small, some bigger, some not usable at all, which is kind of fun.
Well, let's start off fun.
You want to start off fun?
Yeah.
I got something fun we can talk about right off the bat then.
Thank goodness, because you have the list and I don't.
I've got a huge list. This is the best one. You ready for this? Well, let me get this started. You ready? You're gonna love this.
Are you ready to upgrade your farming simulator experience? Well, with gPortal game servers and Farming Simulator 25, it's time to take your farm to the next level. When you play Farming Simulator 25 on a gPortal game server, your multiplayer farms will be available whenever you are. No longer waiting for the host to get online. If you're ready to farm, your gPortal game server will have your tractor already warmed up and waiting for you. Whether you're planting, harvesting, or building the farm of your dreams, gPortal game server is the ultimate multiplayer experience. No lag, no hassle. Just pure farming fun with your friends. With gPortal's dedicated servers, you can host your own games effortlessly. Customize your servers to fit your needs, whether you're on Xbox, on PlayStation, or PC. All platforms can use gPortal game servers, and all platforms can play together. Setting up your server has never been easier. In just a few clicks, you're going to be ready to go. Plus, gPortal game servers support all your favorite mods. You can even expand your server to have 25 gigabytes of mod space, which will allow you to install any mod map and all the mods you could possibly think of, so you can expand your farming possibilities like never before. Team up, trade up, and build a legacy together. With gPortal game servers, the fields are truly endless. Be sure to use the link down in the description today to get your 10% off your gPortal game server and elevate your Farming Simulator 25 experience. Grab your friends and let's farm with the gPortal game servers and Farming Simulator 25 like never before.
I don't like how you got me with that.
Totally. Got him. Thanks to gPortal for sponsoring the Farms Show before we get into all the stuff we're talking about today. Got him. But seriously, go down to the link, get the link in the description, get your 10% off because everyone's playing Farms 25, and there's actually a bunch of other games you can use on there as well. And the way they work, they can switch servers, and it's pretty cool stuff. Go check it out. The link's down in the description on both our channels. All right. So what do you want to talk about with what's your favorite your favorite Farm Sim 22 bug that you found? I know which one this is going to be.
Well, I don't. Yeah. Well, my nostalgia glasses say I can't see no bugs.
What about the pigs? Come on, man. The pigs went out of the
they're
pen.
so happy. They were going like
slow-mo running out of the pen.
It was great.
We should never have told them about that.
No.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody else submitted. Actually, you know what? Speaking before we even talk about this, we should tell everybody how they report bugs.
Oh yeah, bug reporter. Yeah, that's where you do it.
Yeah. So if you guys find problems, let Giants know.
Yep. You can also go to support and complain there if you want.
The bug reporter works better.
Bug reporter works better. Yeah. Giants shared a thing last week. It was like the first or second day the game was out. They were like, "Hey, if you have any reports, put it here." But they knew
it's
there
a
was
lot
gonna be
easier
there.
rather than just sending some random person over on Discord or something else a message.
Can I put out a PSA?
Sure, go for it.
I am not support. I don't know how to fix your game.
The game's not launching properly, call DjGoHam.
And if you tell me your PS5 won't or keeps crashing, I don't know what to do. I can't help you, bro. I love you so much. I want to help.
What about the one message? How do I get Farmstead 25 on my Xbox 360?
I haven't got that one yet.
I got that one once. I laughed. I did have to laugh.
That's
Like
nice.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Some mods, we're dancing around the fact. We'll talk about bugs. There was 2 mods that released this week on FS25 for Xbox One and PS4, and I reported that directly to QA. I was like, "Hey, see this?" They were like, "Oh no!" I was like, "I mean, you can't download the game, so it's fine." Anyway, things happen. Right now, bugs suck, but.
I don't think there's anything game breaking though.
I mean, PS5 players, their games have been crashing constantly.
Have they? Okay.
Yeah, a lot more this week than last week, I think.
Okay, I've been out of the loop for about the last week for sure. Yeah. I never heard too many. I'd heard some problems on the few days after launch, and of course, I found there was people complaining about download speeds to begin with. Of course, right? That's what happens because you've got a kabillion people all of a sudden trying to download the game at the same time. It happens.
Yeah.
But whatever, you'll get through it. It might be a couple hours of waiting potentially for a download, but you'll get through it all. I'm one of the ones that complained about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
I think I sent you a message on it.
Yeah, I was about to say you complained to me about it.
I did. I'm like, why, DJ? Why is my Xbox 360 not updating?
Anyway, let's talk about Farmstead 25 bugs. So what's first on your list? You want to talk about the bell thing?
The very first bug that I noticed, was the just on the map itself, the chicken, like the little chicken coup, right? The base farm. It's not usable.
What's up with that?
I don't know. I've seen a bunch of people that's supposedly being worked on. Supposedly the Giants knows about it, but I've seen a bunch of comments on it, and I was like, yeah, because it looks like you should be able to get, because it's like a chicken coup with a shed beside it, and it looks like you should be able to get into that shed, but you can't, and there's
none of those buildings open up. You also can't sell it either.
Yeah,
you can sell everything.
Yeah, that one, no luck there.
Nope, nada.
So that was the first one. I was like, okay, there's something got kind of missed here, which is kind of funny because that's like the first farm everyone's going to use, of course, and that's kind of a problem.
Yep.
Everyone's like, well, why do I have all these? There's like the icons right there. I can't do anything. Just put a new one somewhere else on your farm, and you're good to go. And then it'll get fixed at some point in time. You can sell the old one and use that one.
Yeah. Or just don't.
There you go.
Yep. I've avoided animals at all costs. I'm doing a super arable farm right
now. I've been liking the cows. I'm not gonna lie. Like the baby cows. Baby cows.
Baby cows.
I'm not even using the water buffalo. I'm going straight to cows. But that was one of the first ones. One thing I have been noticing a little bit, and I don't know if anyone in the chat wants to comment on this. Have you guys had more issues with implements like your front loaders and stuff getting stuck in the ground?
Yo, don't. I don't think you notice because I know you don't watch my Let's Plays, and that's all right.
You do Farmstead content?
Shut up. I've released daily Let's Plays since Saturday 2 weeks ago. So there was an episode a few days ago. I think it was episode 8 or 9, and I was trying to harvest.
Yeah.
And it kept like digging into the ground. And I gotta be honest, I about flipped out. There were a few times where I was like, this isn't even a blooper. This has to be deleted.
Yeah.
I was so mad about it getting stuck. And I was like, maybe it's just this combine. And I did some testing off screen. I'm like, it's all the combines. So mad, but it's not just that. It's a bunch of different stuff. And stuff gets stuck under the map easier, like pallets and stuff.
Yeah, I've been finding pallets as well, or a little bit. It's funny because like picking up pallets seems to work a little bit better at the same time. Like sometimes when you move pallets around and stacking them, I find.
Yep.
Because obviously we don't have a super strength is not as prevalently available right now. There's no auto load for the most part.
Super strength did just release with the first mod today.
Oh, that's right, it did.
Lumberjack.
Yep.
Power tools as well works so good with power tools. You can pick up stuff that's way over there.
So I've just been using a lot more like stacking than normal.
Yeah.
But anyways, I've been finding that like moving pallets around feels a little bit better. But I still like if I find like some of the shops, if you come out with your forks too low, all of a sudden they go under the ground. You're like, oh no, now it's done. Oh, that's got to be reset back to the shop, I guess.
Yep. I got a set of pallet forks stuck under the map, like second or third episode. So, yep.
I somehow did it with the MacDon swather.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it got stuck under. And you remember how I was telling you my game kept on crashing every time I tabbed to it?
Was it the wheels that were stuck?
No, the whole swather was underground somehow. And so every time I tabbed to it, my game would crash because it was stuck under the ground, and I just see a black screen. I'm like, I'm like, that's why I messaged you. I'm like, have you heard of anyone complaining about the swather being bugged?
I thought you were talking about the wheels.
No, the whole thing, that whole powered swather was like underground somehow in the map, and it kept on like every time I would tab through my vehicles, and like I wasn't trying to harvest grass, so I was just tabbing to try to find my vehicle. I'd get to the swather and it'd be like a black screen, and I couldn't do anything, and the game would crash. I'm like, what did I do? I don't. So I just assumed in my head, I'm like, oh, the MacDon must be bugged. There must be a problem. No, it was me. I somehow managed to put it underground. Fixed it, but anyways, it is nice. Like I'm loving the new menu system, like where you can click on a vehicle and you can hit like select vehicle, sell vehicle, repair, whatever. Right? You can move it. Like that's a great new menu, new update. Some of the other menus, not really a big fan of personally yet. I don't know. We'll see if it grows on me.
I really wish that the store had the used, or not the used equipment, but the owned equipment. But I went back. I did a video this week, which by the way was sponsored, but it wasn't sponsored by Giant Software. Somebody in the comment was like, "Yeah, this is what you get when Giant Software pays for DJ's videos." I was like, first off, no, they can't afford. Unfortunately, Giants can't afford to sponsor a video on my channel. I'm not saying that in a bad way. It is what it is, and I'm very public about that. Number two, no, it wasn't Giants. But weirdly enough, the sponsor didn't want to be like shouty outed. They had a Bitly link, and it went back to the Giant Software for the console versions of the game. I was like, okay. That was the one I was telling you about. Anyway, what was it saying? Oh, that video. What was in that video? What was I talking about? Oh, the games, previous games. So Farm Sim 22 had that. Did you know that Farm Sim 19 didn't? None of the other games had the store. You had to reset it, and you had to sell it at the store. So
I guess you're right. Yeah, it makes.
I wasn't happy that I found that, but I missed the garage tab in the store for sure. Yeah.
I think you must be right.
I went back.
18 when we first got it. Every time you reset your vehicle to the shop, it would show up with no fuel.
Oh gosh, yeah, you'd have to like drive across. Thank goodness, the fuel station was across the area right there.
It was terrible. Like, oh no, I'm out of fuel. And you're just trying to like limp it over to the fuel station to fill it up again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was the first, but they fixed that with the first update, I do believe.
They did, yeah. So that wasn't an issue anymore, but yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. But yeah, I mean, there's bugs all around. The Farm Sim 25 was fairly unstable, or Farm Sim 22, sorry, was fairly unstable. See, I'm gonna do that constantly.
Yeah,
was fairly unstable at the beginning. 19 to a certain point, at least 25, depending on what platform you play on is, and your hardware configuration. I mean, I'm playing a 7950X non 3D. And a 4090 with 64 gigs DDR5 RAM and a 1200 watt power supply. Like, that computer's fine. It plays the game great. But like PS5 players and some Xbox Series S, I haven't seen as many Series X, but Series S players have been really having some issues.
Yeah.
And direct drill not working without cultivating first either. That's odd because I haven't had that one. But did I tell you about the mulching? I've had this in my
Oh, you did briefly about this, but we might as well go over it again because that
I-
seems bizarre. I need to test this out.
Yeah, I have this in my Let's Play tomorrow morning. So there's a set of fields right beside your main farm. There's like 3 fields.
Oh, the American farm, right?
Yeah, and everybody wants to plow them together. I was like, I'm definitely going to do that.
Yep.
And so went in, plowed around them, plowed in between them, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to mulch the fields. That way I can get a higher yield because it's a much bigger field, so it's going to make a lot more. And the fields just disappeared. The seeder was still going over them, still using seed, but there was no seed in the ground.
It's ghost seeds.
It was ghost seed. I had to plow up the whole thing, which
I'm having a bit of a problem with one of mine as well, where the merged fields I put together, there's a strip still down that I can't seem to plant on.
Have you plowed it?
Yeah.
Have you double plowed it?
No, I think I actually have, to be honest.
Yeah,
this is actually
weird.
something I've noticed. I saw Alberta Gaming in the chat right now. Like a texture flickering. I've seen a lot of people complain about this a little bit, and I've noticed it as well myself on lower res. I haven't messed too much on my main PC recently, though.
Yeah, it does seem that 4K textures are all there,
Okay.
but 1080p, if you're playing in 1080p or lower, yeah, I mean, people have proved it. They're like, hey, I'm playing in 1080p or I'm playing in 1440p. This is what it looks like. I'm not playing at a low res.
Yeah.
You should still be able to read 1080p fairly decently. I mean, a lot of the videos that I used to put out were 1080p, and it was like, scripting.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so that's a problem. But the 4K textures are there. So I wonder if there's a downscaling issue.
I'm sure that sounds like, from what I've seen of it, I think we had the similar problems with, was it 19? I can't remember. One of the ones I remember, there was a skyline would flicker, or the sky would flicker or something like that. I think it was 19 had that problem. Anyways, it seemed like they were able to fix it on the first update from what I remember, but hopefully that's the same is true here. Because I've noticed it as well. It is a little like a jarring when it happens, because you're like, oh, what's that?
And speaking of jarring, if you're ready to move on,
Segue?
This is a segue, baby. I really want to hit a G Portal ad right now, but I'm not going to. I'm actually pulling something up from my Let's Play. I think it's tomorrow morning to show, but I'm going to talk about something else first.
Okay.
30 FPS on consoles. Why? This was such a bad idea.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
Okay.
No, I have way more to say. So, actually, the CFO, number 2 in charge over Giant Software, actually made a post before release confirming that there would be no, here we go. Yeah, Stefan Geiger, number 2 over Giant Software. Let's check this out together. So, I don't know what any of this thing, so I have to right click and translate. Also, if you didn't know, you can right click and translate on Google Chrome. Google Chrome is still cool. All right, right here. This is him. So LS, anytime you see LS, that means Farm Sim.
Yep.
It's the Land for Shaft Simulator. So Farm Sim 25 is officially PS5 Pro enhanced. Compared to the normal PS5, the game is rendered in native 4K instead of 1660p and upscaled to 4K. A few other quality settings are also slightly higher than on the PS5. Both versions are locked at 30 FPS. However, as the PS5 Pro does not offer significantly more CPU power, which is usually a limiting factor in extreme circumstances. Wednesday, November the 6th. That was 2 days before we could show the game for the first time. By the way, I only got the game a day before that. And I didn't get the console version until I think that Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I found the fact that it was 30 frames per second locked. That is crazy to me.
So this is a real thing that's really happened, that was said by the CTO of Giant Software. like it's no biggie. And here's my take on it, or say my take. Here was my idea, and I said, okay. So if you guys don't know, I'm hogging the mic today. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I need to hear it. You
So-
know more about. I've been gone for 2 weeks. I've had her.
So I play a lot of games on the Xbox. I have an Xbox Series X in there. Love
Yep.
playing on it. It's one of my faves. I have a great time. I play Forza Horizon 5. Love it on there. Motorsport as well. GTA. I have the expanded enhanced version that came out a couple years ago. Still play GTA, man. I love it. I'm also like level 490 something and have millions and millions of money.
You're just a big troll over on GTA Online, aren't you?
I play single player now. I don't do that anymore.
Really?
I
Okay.
got reported. I mean, what? So I am used to playing at I don't know if I would call it compromised. We'll talk about that too. At a compromised level, but I'm not playing everything on PC. I play Farm Sim on PC because it plays much better on PC than it does on console. It's just a fact. It is what it is. But the other games, I'm cool with playing those on console, and I have them all on PC, and I can do way higher frame rates and everything.
Yeah.
But they play at 60. And one of the reasons they play at 60 is because I've got Forza set to performance rather than quality. I have GTA set to performance RT rather than quality. It's a 60 versus 30 FPS thing, and I get to choose. And the fact that they didn't let people choose and just said, screw it, you get 30 FPS and it's going to be high quality. To be fair, console looks really good at 4K. Looks really good. But
Okay.
yeah, that fact, it's like, God, you could have just copied everybody else and no one would care.
That's I know. And to be fair, you are a little bit of a frame snob, I have to say.
So much. But I'm cool playing console games at 60. And I've
Would
been
you
playing...
rather? Okay, if you had the choice,
Okay.
would you rather have high frames or a lower res?
High frames.
So you'd be okay going down to just HD? Would you go down to 1080p at
Yeah.
60
Yeah.
versus 4K at 30?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
I mean, my 2 cents. I mean, I don't have a dog in this fight, but I think for like a shooter or anything where it's high action, high frames makes a big difference.
Yep.
For farm sim,
It
high
doesn't.
frames doesn't make that much of a difference as far as gameplay goes. You want it to look pretty.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. 100% agree with you. And I've had this conversation with Kermit as well. Kermit is of that mindset as well, and he said, yeah, it stinks. He acknowledged it, and he was like, yeah, it stinks that you're not able to play at 60. It's also stinky that that we didn't talk about this before. It does sound like some people didn't know until it was too late.
Yep.
And if I wasn't supposed to say that, oops.
Sorry.
But hey, tell your community team what you're doing, man. And people say I don't criticize giants.
That is definitely something that I don't know. Chat, how do you guys feel? Do you care? 60 frames, 30 frames? Does it make a difference to you? Let us know. I'm curious what you guys think as well. What the differences are to chat. Like to me, I'd rather have higher visuals. That being said, I mean, with some of the mods I end up running with by the end of Farm Sim, we're down to what 20 frames a second half the time.
It's fair. Yeah. Well, not no more.
Oh well, at some point, I mean, when I get everything that's over on this wall built, that'll be a whole other issue.
Have you talked about that or?
I haven't said anything about it yet.
Fair
Is this for those that aren't aware? I am in the process of building a new PC, but this was when we had our preview copy sent to us. I could not get Farm Sim to run properly on my current PC. It would work on my laptop just fine. Couldn't get it to work on my current PC, so I went out and started building a new PC because I wanted to be able to put content out before for the launch, basically, and managed to get it to work after the first update. I don't know what happened. I'm still lost on what happened.
Yep. But you're not the only person that had issues downloading either.
Yeah. So I don't know what the exact issue was in the preview cycle, but I was the only one that I'm aware of in the preview that had issues getting to the launch.
Yeah.
So
one cool thing, usually our preview codes stop working after release, and they gave us full codes this time, which was awesome.
yeah.
Generally, we have to go buy. Well, I mean, it's not oh, we have to go buy the game. We could buy the game. Maybe I got it on Steam as well. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it was just kind of nice that I didn't have to move to a different version of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was an interesting little problem, but I mean, I was stressing pretty hard there, especially since I was leaving the week after I launched. I'm like, oh, I need to get some videos done. So I started building a new PC in the midst of all of this, and then had some problems with that as well. But anyways, I digress.
This is
New PC coming, guys. New PC's coming.
There you go. And I don't have a new PC coming. Hey, this is cool.
People from Alberta know what's up. What can I say?
Appreciate you, man. It's cool to see that. I'm a gamer, man. I just want the best. And
well, that's what we've always said, right? We try to make. We're not gonna. If you're gonna criticize something, you just can't just come out and say they're terrible. This is dog crap. I hate this.
Yeah.
No, you've got to give us. You got to give a reason. What could be changed? How can it be made better? You just can't come out and criticize for nothing without giving some kind of feedback that's actually constructive, right?
Yeah. And when people say like, oh, he doesn't, criticize giants and videos, it's because I've had an hour-long conversation with Kermit, like fussing and all kinds of stuff. That's Yos. I love him. Kermit does a really good job of helping me understand sometimes why things are the way they are.
Yeah.
And so now, will I complain about stuff that I don't really know why it is the way it is? Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, I try and do my best. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. And I'm very far from it.
There is so many quality of life upgrades right now in Farmington 25 that I keep on just noticing here and there that I don't even think about. Like when you hear all the big new things that come out in the game, you're like, okay, this is cool. It's minor in some aspects, but you're like, oh, okay, it'll be nice to have that as an option, or this is going to happen. Okay, that's kind of cool. We got that now. Whatever. And then you play it for a couple hours. You're like, oh man, this is so much easier. This is so much better than it was. This looks way better than it did beforehand. Wow. I never noticed this. No one talked about this, or whatever it might be, right? And I think as the more you play it, the more you realize that stuff. At least that's what I found so far. At least, like the funny thing is, okay, the terrain deformation thing that has been blowing my mind more and more the more I see it. I don't know what it is. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, or as it is right now.
It looks so cool.
Snow, like on snow. Right, like that was the one I was like, I didn't even think about it until I'm like, okay, oh, it's snowing on my phone. And usually I'm like, okay, well, whatever, it's snowed. Will I plow the snow off? Whatever. And then you start driving around. I'm like, I don't really need to plow it. It's like I'm gonna have like tire tracks everywhere, and it's gonna look like it's an actual like. This is awesome. This is cool.
Yeah.
Feed my animals. There's like tire tracks going to my cows, and so cool. Really like it. It looks great right now. I really do like that change. Yeah. Do I want more? Of course.
Yeah.
But like just little things like that. There's some problems. Yeah, of course there's some problems, but I think there'll be most of the stuff that we're talking about can all be updates and fixed.
Yeah. I will say that snow in 17 and 19, I'm not including 22 in this, but to a point, if I remember correctly, it like deleted a layer of the snow when you drove over it, if I remember correctly.
It might have.
But 25 kind of gives me that nostalgic feeling of seasons in 17 or 19, especially with the snow, and it's so much fun to drive in the snow. Like I was drifting a Challenger. I did it off screen. I'm so sorry. I love you guys. I didn't drive in the snow. I'm on screen. I think I was sitting there driving. Normally I also watch South Park on a second monitor while I'm recording. So when I'm not recording, I'm watching South, and I was probably just sitting there going like, wee, yeah. Sorry. Also, I don't know what this is.
Edward, thanks for the dono. So far, the best purchase you've made. I agree. It's great. Farmington 25, if you hadn't had a chance to pick it up yet, give it a shot. By all means, like you're not going to be disappointed. It's going to only get better as well from here. One thing, if I had one thing I still want Giants to work on, are still vehicle physics.
Mm.
And
Yes.
I'm not noticing any bugs per se, but like just simple things. Like if you bring on the super strength mode and you pick up a vehicle like a truck and drop it, there's no suspension still. I was hoping there'd be some kind of a
It does they're like,
right? Like it's I want that.
No,
I want
hang
the
on, hang on.
suspension.
Yeah, you want a little like, right? Is that,
Yep. That bobblehead is exactly what I wanted to see. going sideways across my screen.
It's a lot harder to shake a bobblehead when it's sideways.
No,
You
that's
put
it.
that on my
And I'm really
tombstone.
hoping still that the new, what is it? The Project Motorsport? Is that what it's called? What is it? What's the racing
Oh, yeah,
game with the
yeah,
giant
yeah.
engine?
Yeah, PMR?
I can't remember.
Project Motor Racing?
Project
We should
Motor Racing,
really
I think
have-
it is. I'm really hoping that they can help with that aspect. That's the biggest thing I am hoping going forward. And I think I've talked about this in the show before. Like people talk like American Truck Sim, farming simulator.
Yeah.
And American Truck Sim feels like you're actually in a truck the way it behaves because of the suspension. You get into a vehicle in farming simulator. Now, most of the vehicles don't have suspension. It's air ride suspension for your seats or whatever it might be. But you get into a car or a truck or a semi, it doesn't have that suspension, right? Because it's just hard wheels into the frame. It feels like you're playing with a dinky car almost. Like it doesn't feel realistic in that sense. And that's one of the big things I'm hoping that can be translated over from this new game series. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, that, and it'll be nice to see modders doing some more of that stuff as well. Maybe modders adding new stuff. I mean, 82 Studio, was it in 19, brought us, trucks with actual suspension on consoles, and it's like,
Yeah.
that was very, very cool. And it'll
Yeah.
be even more cool to see what he does and what everybody else does too. There's a lot of people doing really cool stuff, and Omatana's bringing my old house into the game.
Want to see it?
And I got a mod video releasing on Sunday about
boy.
it. It's a preview.
Of course you do.
Of
course you do.
It's like 6 minutes, and it's basically me just being like, "Oh my gosh, in my house, this was blah, 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 blah," for the whole time. I was like, and this actually wasn't here, but she said it was a really good idea. Did you not put this game in The Sims, and then she took it from The Sims, and then did this? That's so cool.
I can't believe you did the Sims. That is so funny.
We had a great time. It was so much fun to put that together. It was such an awesome project to do, to be able to take, like, I like to draw floor plans on grid paper. I used to do it because of Minecraft, and then now I do it because of The Sims.
Yeah.
And me and her both like The Sims, and so she was the first person to ever follow my creator page on The Sims. And so
funny.
I made the house with the drawing, and then I made the house in the game, and then I sent it to her, or she downloaded it or whatever. I don't know how. I still don't know how that works. and then she got it, and we were talking about stuff, and then I made another version with where the furniture was, and then she put it in the garden.
That's pretty awesome.
It looks so good. She did such a good job.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be good to see. I agree.
Sunday.
Okay, there you go. Sunday. We'll have to watch for that. Maybe I'll watch one of your videos for once.
Nah, you don't have to. I'll just send it to you.
Speaking of building issues,
Ooh.
you want to talk about the Bale building?
Yeah. See, I haven't used this, but I got one from Black Sheep now, so I don't need to use that one anymore. So if you're on console, not putting your bales beside of a barn is usually what you do. You put them inside of this auto-loading barn thingy that Giants released back in Farming Simulator 22. Well, with this, did you know that the trigger for import and export into bales is in the same spot? And it's not like you can turn it off. All right, hang on. I'm gonna show you this with an analogy. All right. You see this? All right. You see this? This is a lens cap. All right. This is like a small round bale. This is the lens cap for the lens up here, the wide angle. This is like a 180 bale. It's a big bale. All right. So let's say now they're gone, and that's a magic trick. So you've just put the bales in. All right. And now you're like, you know what? I want to get one of those out. So then you hit the button, you're like, and then it goes, give me my bell. And then so you're like, all right, I want it again. You click it, and it goes.
That was a great analogy. That was a fantastic analogy. Lens caps all over your room now.
Lens caps everywhere. Somebody's like, why do you have so many lens caps? Why do you have so many cameras? Because there's one there, there's one there, there's one here, there's one in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got that comment. How many lens caps does he have?
Stuffing the specified lens caps does he have? So I've got three of the ones for the kit lenses, and then I have a 1.8 or 2.8? I don't know. It's a 1.8 11 mil. It's like a ridiculous E-mount lens. Can't get that version out of my eyes.
For some reason, yeah, the spawn point and the load point are on the same spot.
Yeah.
So you can't really get the bales out easily. So there is a workaround when you want to pull the bales out of that barn. Just park a piece of equipment on the spawn point, basically, and it'll spawn outside that area. That's the workaround. But
yep. I didn't get to that part in my analogy and my visualization, but I didn't.
I was worried you were going to move the microphone out of the way and you're going to say to park something in the wrong, and no one wanted to see that.
I mean, I'd have to start it up first.
You said you were always started. Never mind.
Yeah, let's go. I don't need.
I have been seeing. You can probably see the preview screen. I have been seeing a lot of people complaining about stuff like this happening at times.
I haven't been able to get it to do this. I can't make it
neither.
happen.
I don't know. Has anybody else had this happen to them?
As far as I know, all this stuff's happening on consoles. I haven't seen, and if it's happening on PC, I haven't been paying enough attention. But I know there's that on the 8RX, the back track, the back left track. If you're sitting inside of it,
Yeah,
it's a triangle, but in the wrong way.
yeah. So yeah, just spawning in all of a sudden with no track. It's always tracked vehicles too. It seems like, right?
Yeah,
I don't think it's anything with wheels. It seems like the tracks for some reason aren't loading in properly.
it's a conspiracy.
Must be.
Yeah.
No, anti-track. Oh, speaking of which,
Oh, I do have another one. I remember what I was going to pull up and show you.
for those who we're asking about, like which the chicken coup that wasn't working, what's this guy right here? That's the one. Like this building here looks like you should be able to get in. If you look in the windows, they actually put stuff inside. So it's like they had a plan for us to be able to go inside and activate it. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that shed it's got an interior, a nice interior.
Yeah,
the
it's got a nice
doors
interior.
won't open.
I even spawned I put my truck right beside the building and then got out, so it forces you in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do inside here, but there's like light switches and everything inside there. So that was
Say that 5 times fast, and not get looks. Oh, wrong button.
boy.
All right, where's the stupid video at? There it is. All right, yeah. So I went to go look for a tractor
Exactly.
to buy. Now, what color, without looking at my preview screen, what color is the Steyr tractor in the game?
It's definitely like a red.
Yeah, it's got some white on it too.
Yeah.
Maybe a black line or something.
Yeah.
So it's not blue. Look at this douchebag in the corner going like, "What's going on?"
I've seen. Okay, to be fair, I've seen somebody else doing something similar. It was with the New Holland and a case, and they were buying. I thought they were getting a case, but it came up as New Holland blue. But the irony in it, of course, is that we found out when we went to the case event was because it was the 400 series case with the T6, which those platforms are pretty much interchangeable.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I mean, it's kind of possible in a way, but not really.
Yeah. I mean, it's there. Yeah. But,
so I wonder, yeah, it's weird how it's pulling some of the information from the wrong equipment to load it on there. I wonder what's going on there.
Oh, but that was in the used category. That was a used tractor. So some farmer on Riverbend Springs was like, "Give me one of them Steyrs and make it pretty and blue."
Ray Bob's is Steyr blue.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're hidden configs. Those are hidden configs in the game. Really?
Okay, let's see if I read something about that. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know where it was anymore, though. It was such a long time ago now. I did read about that, like right on the launch day, that someone was having the same problem. They went into the back end and looked it up.
So, all right. So let me ask this: is it a problem, or is it a feature?
I think it's kind of a feature, right? You got the a special edition.
I should have bought it. You know what? Looking back, I should have bought it. I'm such an
You
idiot.
should have.
I was careless, is what I was.
You should feel shame.
I was afraid because I was like, if I buy this, it's gonna crash my game. Oh no. Excuse you.
I would be worried about that too.
Yep.
I do have one more interesting one right now that I've seen more than a few people talk about recently.
Okay.
This one's coming off Reddit. Have you seen this at all? These 3 red dots showing up at the bottom of screens?
No, what is this?
I don't know. I've seen several people complain about these little red dots showing up at the bottom left-hand side of their screens, and I don't know what it's causing it, but there's been more than half a dozen people I've seen make posts on Reddit and Facebook about this. It's on console only, yes.
Oh.
And I haven't read anyone saying that they found a cause for it yet, or anyways. Yeah, see, Forza Farmer saying, yeah, it's a known issue. There we go. So it is something that's been happening, I guess, if you get it. Hopefully, I don't know if Giants is aware of it yet. I would assume someone's put in some kind of a request. If they haven't, you're getting it. By all means, go put in a support request on it and make sure they're aware of it. Obviously, I don't play on consoles, so I don't have this as an issue. But if you are getting it, make sure you guys put that in and go check it out, because this seems kind of crappy, to be honest. I would hate to have that. It would drive me crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've got an Xbox here plugged in, but I do not use it for Farming Simulator. So if I need to, check something, but that's it.
So Silly P had that issue apparently. So if you're having that issue, definitely send in a support ticket for sure. Get them to look at it, figure out what's going on with that, because that kind of sucks to have to look at that the whole time.
Yeah, can you They only show up when you go in first person and switch back third person on PS5. Okay. I was about to say, can you exit and come back? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I know nothing about it. I just see people complaining about it. So that's the only thing I've seen so far.
Nope. Huh.
Anyways, kind of strange.
Go in line, buy a track there, then back.
Okay, there you go.
Fair enough.
She's got an option. That's great. It's a fix. At least you can get it off at least then, right?
Yeah. Let's see. What are some other stuff that's standing?
How do you feel hail has been? The hail damage.
So hail's interesting. I like that it's like little bitty sprigs. It's like somebody took their strong hand and went at your field.
I haven't had enough time to mess with it yet. I've only had it happen once.
So
but I've heard some people complain that they needed to plow afterwards.
Yes, you have to plow it up, or else just nothing grows.
I don't like that.
I like that. I mean, it shouldn't be like that, but I do like that it's like that. I don't like that, but
AJ.
But it took me after seeding, because the whole time I'm freaking out. I have face cam in the videos now, as you saw. There's an idiot in the corner, and I was looking at it, going is that not growing? This is the thing. It's great, but it's not this colored. I just seeded it. It looks like that. I rolled it. It looks good, but look at this one over here. It's going the wrong direction. What's going on with this? Anyway, I figured it out too late. So the second year, I got to plow.
Yeah, okay. That's what I've heard as well. I haven't had a chance to mess with it. The hail sounds are great, but the hail in the fields, the damage it's causing, I'm a little confused on that. Also, I have seen a couple of people have problems where this is showing up in their fields, and they're not quite sure what's causing that yet. Let's see if I can bring that up.
Oh.
Kind of strange.
You know what that looks like? So, you know how you've got a header that's 2 kilometers?
Yeah.
An unrealistic header. Any implement, when it's that big and you go really fast in a circle or something, it doesn't get everything.
Yeah. That's what I kind of thought too, but I'm I've seen a couple of people make some complaints about it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what caused it. I thought it might have been field damage. I don't know.
But
I have seen a couple people.
It wouldn't be field damage, because it's coming from the middle of the map.
Yeah.
It's spreading out incrementally, but it's not growth, because growth starts at the bottom and comes down.
Yeah.
What is it? It's aliens, baby. Yo, I watched the Independence Day 2 movie, 8 years after it came out, because I was like, all right, it's been out for 8 years. Now's time.
Now's the time I want to be disappointed with my life.
I had such a good time, man. I went in there into the living room. We got the movie set up. I got me some popcorn. I laid back, and I was just so let down for 2 hours. It was great.
Yeah,
Well,
I remember watching the first one on like the year it released. I didn't watch it in theaters, but I was blown away by it. I remember back then.
It was epic.
Back in '94.
Yeah, dog. I don't want to talk about how old I was, but I was like, that was my kindergarten year of school. It was like 5 or 6. I don't remember what time of the year it came out. I was little. 5 minutes later, he was asleep. Nah, I don't fall asleep watching movies. I fall asleep in my bed like a normal person.
Makes one of us.
Yeah, this lets me not fall asleep ever.
On a side note, I tried to invite DJ to come watch a movie with us. We had a theater in Orlando to ourselves.
He actually did. The whole time he was in Florida, he's like, "Come on down, man. It's not that far."
It's close. He's really close to
What
us.
do you mean not that far? It's like a 12-hour drive.
Yeah, you can jump on a plane.
No, I did enough flying this year.
It's like an hour flight from you. Not even.
Yeah, it's probably not even. It's like a 40-minute flight.
Should have jumped on, come hung out for a day. You could have went back home that night and been in your own bed even. Or could have hung out with us and had a good time at the pool. Could have brought the old banana hammock. Would have been good times.
No, not around your family.
You're
Plus,
right.
I don't
No one
think
needs
it'll
to see
fit.
that.
I don't think it'll fit anymore. And now there's at least half the chat going, "Wait, what did he just say?" Sounds like he still has one. They'll never know.
Once you have one, you can't go back away from it, right? Like that.
You never buy a second one, that's for sure. Moving on.
We need more Speedos in Farm Sim.
Yeah, it would be just like Mike Tyson when he turned around and walked away during the fight last week. Yeah, that was the dumbest fight I've ever seen. I stayed up until 12:30 at night watching that crap. You want to talk about falling asleep? I was in bed. I fell asleep before the third fight and their fight. I zonked out. I woke up after the first round. I heard bing, bing, bing. I was like, oh, what? I wish that wasn't true. I had to go back and rewind. I was like, wow, this sucks.
Terrible. I was at a comedy show that night. I went and watched Whitney Cummings that night.
Live?
Live, yeah. She was in Orlando at
That's awesome.
the Hard Rock Theater. It was good times.
Such a good comedian.
Yeah, she was great. It was good times.
I'm trying to think. The only comedian I saw. Oh gosh, who is an old dude? Did a lot of Comedy Central specials. He's the one that yells.
That doesn't narrow it down all that much. Old man that yells.
Yeah, old comedian, TV show, Netflix.
Ron White?
No,
It doesn't sound like
I
Ron White.
have seen Ron White, but no.
You're not talking like how old are we talking here? Like super old? Like I don't get no respect.
Louis
Like,
Black.
Okay,
That's
there you
it. Look, they're like, we know who this is.
you just have to chat.
Yeah. No, Louis Black. He was insane. Absolutely insane in person. It was so cool. I got a picture of me and him flipping each other off. It was awesome. We had a ball. That was such a good show. However, Tater Salad
Yeah.
was a really good show too. His show felt less forced.
Okay.
So, but I have to be careful. I love going to see live comedy. So, like comedy is one of the cool, like most fun things that I could do. I love it. But
Yeah.
I laugh like an obnoxious person
Yeah,
in
you do.
Farming Simulator. So I can't really go out because I'm the guy in the back going, they're like, he hasn't even said the joke yet. It was a punch, it's the setup. Shut up, dude. So I have to watch at home. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know. Problems that you're having with Farm Sim.
Yeah. Problems with Farm Sim and my blue tractor, Steyr.
I'm personally not running in. Okay, to be fair, I have only got about maybe 40 hours in so far.
Oh, goodness. 40 hours?
Yeah, a Farm Sim.
You see, you laugh like you are. Get out of here, Jay.
I'm just saying I don't have a ton of hours in yet, and the problems I've ran into seem pretty menial. Like they're pretty easy to get around. Some kind of a workaround.
Fair enough.
Like I've seen people complain that some of the milk sell points are not activating for them, stuff like that, which is great.
Yeah, I did
to get
one.
fixed, right? But
So I did one. I took the actually I had to delete it from the game because it was too much. I took the little grain mill because I wanted to put it on my farm, so I wouldn't have to go very far. However, I watched Drive 53's videos beforehand, and I was like, all right, what do you think when I'm in the middle of a Let's Play? I'm like, oh, this will be a pretty cool thing to do. How do I do this? Go see Driver 53's made a video. Oh, he has. And I watched that video, and then I jump back in, and I'm like, hey, I figured this out for Driver 53. Go watch him. Anyway, so I watched this video, and he was talking about how everything was, and I was like, okay, so if the little one's 10 times less than the big one, then I need to multiply everything by 10 for it to be just like the full-size one. But I wanted to be a little bit better than that, just to kind of speed the process up. So I did it like 15 or 20 times, right?
Yep.
But it turned out when I placed it down, it thought that it was an extension of my silo. And also it added an extra 1,000,000 liters after I poured everything in.
Oh, weird.
So like I put it down, and then I had like 40,000 liters of oats, we'll say.
Yeah.
And I went to my silo to get them out, and I clicked the button to see how much was in the silo. And I just happened to see the production menu, and it said 1,000,000 liters. It was full. Don't put the mill anywhere near a silo or things happen. Yeah, things happened. Like, I didn't even mean to cheat, and it just cheated. And guess what? It didn't use a single liter. None. Just many.
Huh. That doesn't seem like something you'd complain about, though.
Yeah, but it was like, I went from
making... too much for you? Is that what you're saying?
I went from making like $30,000 in a year to making like $500,000 a day in game. So I pulled it back. So I ended up deleting it. So after I got up to 500,000 for the video tomorrow, I think it's in the video today or tomorrow, I ended up deleting it. That happened in 22 as well, but it's weird. Like there, I just left it. Yeah.
It's funny. Some of the other like little, I don't even know if it's a bug or not, but like some of the way the mods are showing up in the mod hub too, like in wrong categories or.
Oh, that's modders' fault, isn't it?
I don't know I don't know how that gets populated.
You talking about, is it mod hub mods or is it like third-party stuff?
Mod hub.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. There's been stuff I've been finding the menu system for the mod hub so far not my favorite.
Yeah.
You're in it more than I am, of course, obviously. I don't know how you feel about it, but I've been looking through it. Like I was re-downloading actually like an hour ago before the show started, been re-downloading all the mods onto this PC because I've been playing on it for the last 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh man, where's that one mod I was using in this playthrough? I'm like, oh, it should be right. I can't find it. It's like, where the heck is it? And you can't just bring up the whole list. And I'm just not really digging it right now, to be perfectly honest. I like the old way. I'm so used to the old way, maybe, and I don't want anything new. Give me the old way back.
Man, I don't know. And just as I get used to 25, Farm Sim 22 mods drop. And so I have to go back to 22 again. And it's like, oh, so much easier. Why don't you just change the shade of blue to green and be done with it?
Someone was talking about the other day I was reading about, like even on the website, the categories that they have set up now.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen it? All right. If you haven't seen this at home, we about to do this live. It is about to
Are you going to go do it? Okay, you bring it up. It's crazy.
Down.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, Lumberjack got an update.
That was quick. That just came out like 2 hours ago.
Fixed an error that would prevent the mod starting on the Asian map. Oh yeah, that's right. It wouldn't work on Bhutan Pantai. And then somebody commented in the video. They were like, "Yeah, this mod's great unless you want to use it on Bhutan Pantai." And then the comments below were like, "Yeah, LOL." If that was you, I'm so sorry. It's probably not what you sound like.
You might sound like this. Who knows?
Hey! All right. Are you ready? No, I just pulled it. All right. Ignore how many tabs I got open. Let's get rid of that. Are you ready?
Yeah. Let's see
the
categories.
Actually, I'm going to bring it back a little bit. Here we go. Because this is too much. We got to bring it to like here. All right. What is this crap? I can't zoom out enough. There we go.
I mean, it's a way to organize things, like, I guess. I feel like I'm on a website from 1996.
Yeah, that K-Bot made with AI.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it takes a little bit more guesswork out, but you've got European maps, North American maps, South American maps, Literally no other maps. Those are it. If you make any more, screw you.
What are we gonna do when there's other continent maps that come out? Oh man, I guess we have to add some more categories.
Gameplay package. That's what she said. Drivables, small tractors. Drivables, medium tractors. Drivables, large.
Okay, we don't need to go through them all, DJ. Stop.
Drivables,
Stop.
What about non-drivable trucks? All trucks' lives matter. I couldn't do it. It's too much.
It's just crazy. It is absolutely crazy. It's too much. It's way too much.
I just want a search bar. That's all I want.
I have not checked. Does the website search better than it used to? All right, Giants, please fix the website. It's just the mod site's painful. It's risky having your last searched items show up there. By the way, you never know what's going to pop up there. That's always
Novag and no. See, I look for Novag. I was actually looking for Farm Sim 22 mods. Oh man.
Yeah, it's a little on the detailed side. Like it's nice in a way to be able to really narrow your search down, I guess. But I made the mistake of hitting it on my phone, and I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah. Oh, and so for me, so I just in case anybody's curious, so I will. How do I show this again? There we go. So I will take I've got Mod Hub here, so I will open up these mods like this. Yep. And so when I'm writing them down, I'm like, all right, Mittelberg, copy that. And I'll go up to the next one. I drag down, and immediately, for some reason, I always drag to right here. I use it on my vertical monitor, so everything's just that's the center of the screen.
You just get a big.
And let me tell you what, in Farm Sim 25, it is rough because you click a thing and then you're like, yeah.
It's tough to complain that we have too much to look at, but that's, I guess, the thing we have to deal with right now.
It's too much to look at. Bring it down. Man, you don't have that many mods.
I'm just waiting for still the hide object modder now. That's one of the ones I'm hoping we'll see soon.
Be sweet. Yeah,
I've seen a lot of people complaining about that. The stumps and the logs showing up.
Yeah, you just can't delete them. There's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do. Those are just stuck there.
Yeah.
And is what you got. Hopefully that's something we see.
Also, modders, please don't put those in maps. Nobody likes those. Do they look cool? Yes. Just put a log in there and make people be like, oh, sweet, I found a dead tree. That's way cooler than, why won't it die?
Yeah, I don't know what the options, what would work better. It has to be deletable. That's still a word I'm using, by the way, is the thing, right?
Yeah, deletable.
Hey, so you can sell it off. Juicebox, appreciate you, brother. So I don't know. Is there a way? I don't know what other options there are in the editor now to do that kind of stuff. But hopefully there's a way. I don't know. I like how Giants has tried to make almost everything. You could take everything off all the farms.
It's pretty sweet
for the most part, right?
Yeah. And what's also nice is you could delete everything except for the house and those buildings to the right, but those buildings should be deletable.
Yeah.
The house, you can't delete the house, but you could sell the farm if you haven't deleted the house. It would also be nice if you could sell everything without having to worry about what's on it.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It'd be nice even if you could that would be the whole thing where you build your farm up a little bit, but the value of the farmland actually goes up. And you're like, okay, now this is not a $500,000 farm, it's $1 million farm. I'm gonna sell that off. I'm gonna buy this area over here instead.
So you're gonna what do you call it? You're gonna develop all the land.
Yeah, you're using it to develop a farm, and you're selling it to some other random farmer, and now you're gonna go over to a new area. You're gonna build up a new area. That would be amazing.
Yeah, they did that.
Why that's not possible?
I did that up the road from my house. Except instead of farms, they built a bunch of ugly houses.
There you go. You could build your own ugly houses on your farmlands.
Yeah. So now there's no more really nice cornfield. It's just a house.
I mean, it would be kind of interesting if you could take your field that you start with and put a bunch of those buildable houses down and then built them yourself. And then all of a sudden that field was worth, a third more than what it was. And then you sold it off and went and did that to another. You're like a construction developer then. Right? Why not?
I hate that. I literally moved around where I had 3 neighbors, and now I have like 50 neighbors.
See, driver 53 knows what's up.
53 neighbors.
There you go. There are a few updates like out there, guys, that are going to need to happen over the next couple of weeks. Like DJ said, they're working on some kind of an update. Who knows when that's going to come live? Hopefully sooner than later. It won't. Would it happen over the weekend, or is that not going to happen usually?
Oh no. There's no way. I would assume Tuesday. Be on the lookout Tuesday morning. If it is Tuesday, I imagine creators might know, or partners might find out Monday. But I'm not saying it is because I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm just off of what we have seen in the past, and been like, usually 2 or 3 weeks after the game's been out, they release the patch, and they like to do it early in the week rather than later, so that you can do good, and usually release on Tuesday and not a Monday, so that you've got a little extra time on Monday to prepare, whether it be promotional materials, things like that. So this Tuesday or next maybe.
Huh. Well, hopefully we get something in the next week or so then, at least with some updates. I know console players are having some crashing issues, or some of them are at least.
Yeah.
It seems like it's hit and miss, though. It doesn't seem like it's a set. All Xbox players or all PlayStation players are having the same issue. It seems very random, almost.
Bit random, yeah. I mean, and it also kind of stinks that I can't replicate a lot of these problems because most of them are happening on consoles, and I play on PC.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't had any... The game crash that I experienced, like I said, was from the Mac Dawn going through the map. I thought it was an issue. It was just, there was an issue, but it was something that could be fixed, and it wasn't actually like a game-breaking issue. In fact, none of the issues I've ran into have been game-breaking whatsoever. There's always like a workaround. You can kind of make things still work. Maybe not be the way you want it to originally planned, but there's always plan B. That's the nice thing about farms. So there's always a plan B, it seems like. So you can always kind of figure that out. Hopefully they get those things, the small things we've talked about, patched though in the next couple of weeks, and we can move on from there.
Is there anything else as far as issues or problems that we need to talk about or address today?
In chat, what do you guys got? Have you guys had anything that's been like game breaking? That's like I said, everything we've talked about, I think I've gone through most of the ones I've noticed and read about.
Yeah. Compound hitting stuff in the field. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Flaky stuff, snow stuff in August is annoying. Oh, yeah. Giants is aware of that too.
I'm hoping like some of the stuff, there's like the pickup trucks with the way the hitches, like they don't, it feels like they got the hitches wrong, like all the way that they hitch to different trailers and stuff. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, so they said, I can't remember who it was, but I think it was 82 Studio mentioned that he had gone in and looked at it and said basically there's different types of hitches, and even though they could have programmed it where it'll work with the hitch, it's just
well, it seems kind of dumb.
Right, yeah, I don't like it.
It's driving me a little bit crazy because I bought a couple vehicles. I'm like, oh, this will pull this.
Issues logging in multiplayer. You're always going to have that. I don't even know what to say. Sorry, Alex.
You're right, Alex.
Sorry, Alex. Also, Alex, I'll send you a text after we get off of here. He's going to be pretty close to me tomorrow, and we'll try and go see him.
But yeah, that's one that I would like to see fixed. I wouldn't say it's a bug, but it seems like it's a feature that was not added in correctly. That's all.
Speaking of a feature that has been around for forever, what's with the restriction on building areas? You got to build where you can build. That's about it. And the only way to know where you can and can't build, if you own it, and if you're, because if there's like a tree by it, but there's also free build, which I think you were gonna mention.
Me? No, free build.
Yeah, free build.
Free build. Oh, the mod.
Yeah, no. The button, you hit it and it's like free build. You can.
Oh.
And I'm free building.
I was not gonna talk about that.
You look like you just had that I want to build stuff for free look on your face. Anyway,
you can
use
build
free
stuff
build.
for free.
You like to what?
I would like to build stuff for free, but
yeah,
you're right. No. Free build does work. Actually, you know what? That's a nice feature for sure. That was one of the ones I didn't know we had until like, I don't know, maybe a couple hours into the game. I'm like, oh, let's put this. Wait, what's this option here?
It's been in Farm Sim 22 for a long time. I remember when Marcel put it in. It wasn't Marcel, but he's the one that told me about it at Giants. And I'd done a video. He's like, yo.
I was using mods.
Yeah, I was using mods as well.
I didn't even know. I thought the mod was the one doing it. I had no idea the Giants did it. Anyways.
And it's weird. It didn't have to be Global Company.
Darn.
Man, people these days that are new to the channel will never know how much I hated global companies back in the day.
Oh, no, they won't even have a clue.
Man, anything.
The graphics problem seems to be the biggest one that I've heard of.
The graphics, yeah.
The flashing and stuff, right? I saw someone else comment about it, and that's been most of the ones I've heard.
Happening to me too. Usually goes away after a couple minutes of playing, especially not running around and flying around like we normally have to. But yeah, we're all experiencing that. That is an all-platform thing.
Yeah.
The pasture bug. I don't think that's a bug. I think that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Where you delete remember when we were deleting the pasture, but you couldn't add a pasture back?
Yep.
I don't know if that'll ever be a thing that's fixed. I think that's just a thing.
That's just how it is.
Yeah. The mini map back in build mode, bruh. Tell me about that. So many times I've been like, wait, where's this at? And I had to click out.
You got to go back and forth.
Yeah, I've gotten like the main farm area and filled 82, and I think it's 83 or 84 right above it, which is what I'm using for my test map setups. Like, I've got those two spots memorized, and everything else can just go away because I'm not doing anything anywhere else.
Oh, that's terrible.
Manure stopped spawning after a few months. I don't know how to help you, bro.
Yeah, I can't help you on that one.
And it's Looney. I want to help him. Looney's awesome.
I haven't had that. I haven't got that far either. Yeah, just some interesting graphical stuff. I think that'll be fixed with a patch. I've seen it's like stuff turning from like grain to just a black texture when it goes into some trailers, stuff like that.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah. It seems like nothing I've read so far in the last week or so has been like a total game breaking, except for some of the console players having crashes every, I don't know how long what the average is now, but
well, buddy of mine sent me a message last night actually and said, hey, I'm having issues with crashing. I'm on PS5. It's crashed 6 times in the past 10 minutes.
That's painful.
Like, you are on it. Your game loads so fast.
I mean, that's one positive thing. I don't know. Maybe at that point I would just delete and reinstall.
XPs need adjusting. Driver, I'll wait for you to make the video on that because I just watch your videos on that. I know how to do the things that I know how to do very well.
Yeah, I'm not one to look at the prices on stuff. I know that some people have been saying some things are over ranked for prices on production. Some don't make any sense. I did notice that in 22 we had the same problems too with certain things.
Yeah, and there were some mods that came out that kind of leveled everything, which is nice.
I mean, we got some good mods today for PC players. At least it might help that out, like your time the time check stock thing, right? Like that's
time saving stock check.
That's the word I'm looking for. There we go.
Yeah.
See, look at you with the big words, knowing the words that I want to use, the big words that come out of my mouth. I don't know if I wanted to say it that way. Anyways, that's a great mod for that. Lumberjack, I think you guys got to be excited for Lumberjack as well, right?
Lumberjack's out. The thing is, like, all the mods that are coming out that I'm excited about are PC only.
I know.
Like Real Mower, absolutely loved Real Mower. Auto Zoom doesn't seem like it makes a whole lot of sense.
I don't like that one.
But it will fix a very specific problem. Perfect Edge getting updated is great because that disabled locking with any other mod.
Issues with Perfect Edge downloading today.
Try it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it again. But I have it on my laptop. It would download on an initial release. Tried downloading it 3 hours ago. Wouldn't download. Everything else I could download, that mod wouldn't download. I don't know why.
Interesting. Paint and Terraform Anywhere, that's awesome. Works great. Create fields with Cultivator. Not only is it awesome, but also if you've got a cultivator that will seed as well, you can create a field and seed that crop all at the same time, which is fantastic. Guaranteed crop prices actually Disturbed was very kind and sent that mod over to let me play with ahead of time. It originally wasn't called Guaranteed Crop Prices. It was, Crop Price Fix. But I don't think Giants liked that it had the word fix in the name, and PR stuff. So they had them change it. But I really like Guaranteed Crop Prices. I sent a couple to him as well, and all of mine got shot down. And Wheelie, with Wheelie out now, you can do a wheelie on the dirt bike. Great. When's Giants Editor coming out? In a negative day and a half. Came out yesterday.
It's out, Doug. It's out, buddy.
It's on version 10.002 now, so it's been updated
for
twice.
those that are looking for making some mods, you know what? We're gonna see a lot of mods in the next week.
Yeah, get ready, baby. Get ready.
The DJ is going to be in his studio 24/7 making videos about mods. Just saying.
Yeah, at least I'm not in my studio 24/7 making videos about anything other than mods.
Fair enough.
So many mods that haven't come out.
I'm excited for it.
Daily Let's Plays are killing me, man. I missed one day, and it was the Friday of early access.
Apparently, someone has to get back up on it.
Yeah. I think everybody's talking about you. Streaming tonight?
We're gonna try. I build a PC or stream. I don't know.
Fridays seem like
I got a busy weekend too. Like literally got home at 3 o'clock in the morning last night. I don't know.
yeah, you had a tough time. You've been on vacation for 2 weeks.
I've had such a tough time.
It's been awful. I do feel bad.
I was hanging out with gators.
Yo.
Didn't even show it because I don't have it. Do I have it?
Wait, you sent it on Discord.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I can. There it is. Can I show that?
All right, so this is cool. I saw this picture. He sent it to me earlier, and I was like, dude, I wanted to rip on him so hard and be like, what a small alligator. But like, you know, funny jokes. Haha.
All the funny jokes.
But I couldn't. I ended up deleting everything and just being like, this is one of the coolest things ever. Because it is. I'm jealous that I didn't get to do what he did.
Why can't I show that? It won't let me show it. Why won't it let me show it?
Just go on. Do you want me to do it?
Let's try this. It won't let me show it.
You
Hang on
want
a
me to
sec.
do
I could do this. I got a plan. I've got a plan.
You sure?
I just gotta
ready.
change my plans up.
I'm ready. It's right here.
Okay, do it.
All right.
Go for it.
Poor everybody. They're like, just somebody do it. Hey, look at this dude. This good looking man here with that big old gator.
Somebody got to play with a gator.
Cool. That's a big gator. Like you're not a small man. You're not like big, but you are tall. And like that's a big gator in your hands, dog.
He was pretty happy. Got a little. He was good. He was a good boy. He was a good boy. We got some noggin rubs on him, and yeah, he hung out with us for a bit. It was good. It was fun. You know what? I have to give shouty outies to Yosho. Remember Yosho from the case event?
Oh yeah.
He's from. He was giving me a heads up on where to go down there when we were down there, on where to go see some gators and stuff. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, that was fun. It was good. We got we got the clutchlings holding them as well. Hanging out with them. Gators are cool, man. I like them.
See, I have a very different experience with gators. I did one of those like midnight gator tours down in Nolans back in 2008.
Yeah.
And where they would like throw the marshmallows into the water, and the thing, evidently you're not allowed to do that. I didn't know that at the time. They had a couple bags of marshmallows, and boy, did we go through them. And like, it was like midnight, late night, and the gators were coming up to the boat, and we had the little spotlights down there. You could see them so good through the water.
Yeah.
Creep me out. There's way more gators in that water than you think they are. Freak me out.
Yeah, we saw a couple. It was all during the day, and it was relatively cold when we were out there. We took an airboat tour and went out in an airboat and went around and snooped at some gators. But these guys were what, like 2 years old? They said, I think it was.
That's a 2-year-old.
I think it was 2, 1.5, something like that.
I was about to say, to me that looks like a 6-month-old, but I guess I don't know a whole lot about.
I don't know. I thought he said it was going on. It was over 1, I think.
Fair enough.
But yeah, like we saw some bigger ones, but they were all pretty lethargic. It was pretty cold, so they were just kind of hanging out.
Fair, yeah. Oh, I learned something new about gators today. Actually,
what's that?
They go into some mode that I don't know what to call it when the water freezes. They put their nose out so they don't drown.
Oh yeah, it's like hibernation.
Yeah,
kind of.
Just trying not to drown in freezing water, I guess.
I mean, I would do the same thing. Next farm sim, we're gonna get gators. I heard.
Heard wrong. Don't listen to him. You got anything fun going on other than maybe streaming or maybe building a computer today?
Oh man, trying to get back to normal around here. It's been 2 weeks. Been out and about for, right? So Would like to get streaming again soon. Got to build a new PC. We've got a brand new PC build that's got to happen. So that's on the docket for me in the next couple of days here. But now we got snow up here now too. That's I hate to talk about the weather, but the winter is officially here, man.
Today was the first day it got below freezing here.
Okay.
31
Yeah,
when
no,
I
we got
woke up.
snow here.
What
So,
a time. We're getting there, man.
This time it's all right. I got farm sim to play.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I can sit inside when I don't have to be out at hockey, and we'll get some streaming going on.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
I actually have a video that's dropping in 3 minutes.
Well, you better go watch that.
Because the mods dropped so late yesterday. I had to push the news video today all the way back to now to go to notifications. By the way, there's a lot of videos not going to notification boxes because if I do that, then you'll never know when the mods and news release.
Yep.
And I'm actually doing news once a week right now. Kind of digging that and not doing like scripts and stuff. Takes me like 2 hours to do a video instead of 4. It's great. I love it. And I do it once a week instead of 5 days a week. It's rough. Anyway, yeah, you can check that out. It's like a 17 or 19 minute long news video. It's quite ridiculous. 17 minutes and 1 second.
Craziness.
Real crazy.
Get back to work on it. We got
back.
lots of mod videos coming out in the next little bit. It's gonna be a little bit busy.
Clamston's coming back, baby.
Ooh, Clamston's my favorite. Nice. I'll have to make a
Clamston.
video just on that.
Clamston.
Hey, did I tell you that we're going to be almost gold partners thanks to the community? I told you that, didn't you? But I mean, I like your surprise face no matter what.
Thanks.
Anyways, thanks to the community, we're almost we're right on the cusp of being gold partners with Giants. So I appreciate you guys for taking care of me on that one. So if you guys haven't done so already, you can use links down in the description. Code is Clutch Sim, and you can pick up Farm Sim 25. That does go to help us become a gold partner, which we're pretty much almost there. So thanks to you guys. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome.
And don't be afraid to use my code if you don't want to use his.
No, don't use DJ's code.
I would love to stay a gold partner.
Well, now that they've changed the requirements, that's right. Yeah, you have to set a percentage every year and a half or whatever it is.
Things have changed. I wish I could just like take the first couple days because I made enough each day to be gold partner. You guys are awesome. To be fair, the requirement's fairly low to stay where you are. Yeah, Mr. Silly P just hit silver. Like it is insane. Also, yeah, I think they just doubled how much it takes to get to each level too, which is wild.
Crazy.
Yep. Anyway, is there anything else you want to say?
That's it, man.
That's it. Very cool.
Nothing.
I got nothing else. I didn't touch an alligator, so I'm just boring as can be.
I don't know what to say to that.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out.
Touch an alligator, DjGoHam. You should have come down, like I said. We're hanging out.
It's so weird.
I've got Old Timer Dave sent a picture of a guy in something you don't want to see, and he said this should have been DJ.
Why do I know what picture that is? Oh,
yeah.
Have a good time. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm going to be doing a replay of this video or this stream tomorrow on my channel. So
there you go. Go watch it then. Go watch it again.
Yep. And then rewind this one and watch this again.
There you go. Yeah. And I see DJ just put a video out, so go watch that as well.
Yeah. Hey, somebody's got notification bells turned on.
And you say I never watch your videos.
Those two are not related. Now, leave me alone.
Yeah. There is one. Right. Oh, wait, there's one other video we have to talk about too.
And now's a great time to tell you about today's video sponsor, G-Portal. They host premium game servers for all kinds of games, including Farming Simulator 25. Doesn't matter whether you're on PC, Mac, PlayStation 5, or Xbox Series, you can get your own. Depending on your preferences and needs, they've got quite a few things to match any player. And you can even create your very own. And if you use my link, you get 10% off as well. You can also get game servers for the other Farming Simulator games that have come before if you're not playing Farm Sim 25 yet, including Farming Simulator 2013, 15, 17, and 19 on PC, and for Farm Sim 22, they still have console servers as well. There's a lot of advantages to having a G-Portal server over hosting your own server online like normal. You got complete control over mods, total control over server access, and you can even pause the game when no one's there. Check out the link below right now for 10% off your very own G-Portal game server.
I love that one. Why did it look like you were talking back and forth at yourself there like 6 times? I don't understand what was going on there. That was weird. look to the left, and then you pause, and then hang on, and then food came up with that one. Yeah, and then you absolutely disgusting. You look that. You look to the left, and then you say something, and then you pause, and you like cut, and then you look to the right, and you say something else. And you're like, did he just talk to himself? What was that? I think you were talking to yourself again, man. I don't understand sometimes the stuff that comes out of your mouth, but hey, it was okay. It was fun today. Today was kind of fun. There was new stuff, some old stuff are new again. There's still you being you. That's still a thing. Yeah. Well, you can take K-Bot out of the country, but you can't take the what is going on with DJ out of the DJ. Yeah, you don't want to finish that sentence. Come on, man. Really? You can take K-Bot out of the country, but you can't take the weird stuff the DJ does out of the DJ. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's one way to finish it. Did you ever notice that this screen is like from Farm Sim 19? Yeah, we all noticed. No one says anything because we feel bad for you. It's not me. This is your screen. Oh. Huh. We just play another G Portal ad, I guess, then? I guess. Did you? We got you twice on that today, by the way. Man, you suck. I'm really bad. Yeah, did you know we got, like, ads on here from, like, years ago? Really? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, like, I don't really know what else to like say, or, like, do from here. I didn't get to touch an alligator. It's weird. I got one thing we could say. How about that?